genv Season 2, Episode 5, The Kids Are Not All Right, completely changes the game. Up until now, the spinoff has teased us with mysteries, betrayals, and unexpected alliances. But this episode finally lays its cards on the table. And the biggest surprise of all, Cipher and Sister Sage are not only working together, but they're also intimately involved with each other. That's right, the show just dropped the bomb that these two Soops are in a sexual relationship. On the surface, it might look like nothing more than another shocking twist in the messy, power-hungry world of Vought. But if you dig deeper, it becomes clear that this relationship is more than personal. It's political, it's dangerous, and it could end up being the first domino in a chain reaction that topples Homelander himself. So what exactly does this reveal mean? And how does it set up an inevitable betrayal that could redefine the entire boys' universe? Let's break it down, step by step. Because this episode didn't just give us one shocking twist. It gave us an entire roadmap to where the story might be headed. The episode starts by pulling back the curtain on Cipher's mysterious connection to Sister Sage. And for fans who've been wondering whether Sage had her own hidden agenda beyond Homelander and Vought, the answer is a resounding yes. We see Sage appear in two critical moments in this episode. First, in a flashback where she gifts Cipher the gnome we saw earlier in the season. At first glance, it plays like a comedic Easter egg. But if you look closer, it's a clue that Sage has been tied to Cipher's storyline longer than we realized. She's been in the shadows, pulling strings, dropping breadcrumbs that are only now starting to make sense. Then comes the bombshell scene, Cipher and Sage having sex, with the man in the hyperbaric chamber watching it all unfold. This is one of the most unsettling moments in the episode because it raises so many questions at once. Is this man controlling Cipher? Is he the puppet master behind everything? And if Sage knows about it, which she probably does given how sharp she is, what does that say about her involvement? See, Sage is not the kind of character who does anything without a reason. She's the smartest Soops alive, the ultimate manipulator, and if she's sleeping with Cipher, it's not about love or attraction. It's about strategy. It's about power. And the fact that this scene happens under the watchful eye of the hyperbaric chamberman suggests that Sage might be working on multiple levels at once, with Cipher, with Homelander, and with whoever that mysterious figure turns out to be. This is where the real brilliance of the episode lies. Because while it's tempting to focus on the shock factor of their relationship, the truth is that Sage is setting Cipher up to be a key piece in a much larger puzzle. And by the time the episode ends, it's clear their shared goal has everything to do with Marie Moreau. When Sage visits Cipher at Elmira later in the episode, the show confirms exactly what they're after. Their conversation reveals that both Sage and Cipher are invested in pushing Marie's powers to their absolute limit. For Cipher, this is portrayed as the fulfillment of a long-term plan. When Sage sees Marie and the other genv protagonists locked up in Elmira, she casually remarks,
"You got what you wanted."
Yeah.
That line isn't just dialogue. It's a revelation. It confirms that Cipher's entire arc has been building to this moment. He wants Marie exactly where she is, under controlled conditions, where her powers can be pushed, tested, and ultimately weaponized. Sage, of course, is more than happy to help. She claims that both of them are going to get everything they want out of this arrangement, which tells us that she's not just supporting Cipher, she has her own ambitions tied to Marie's growth. And let's not forget, Marie's blood manipulation powers are some of the most terrifying abilities we've seen in the franchise. The idea of someone weaponizing her at full potential is chilling. But what makes this conversation even more fascinating is Sage's attitude toward Homelander. She tells Cipher not to worry about him, implying that she has Homelander handled. This single statement could change everything, because it suggests that Sage isn't afraid of Homelander in the way everyone else is. Either she's confident enough in her own intelligence to manipulate him, or she has some kind of backup plan that ensures his wrath won't touch her. But that level of arrogance is dangerous. Homelander might be impulsive and easy to manipulate in the short term, but if he ever realizes he's being played, the consequences will be catastrophic. And then there's the line that has fans buzzing the most. Sage telling Cipher they're running out of time.
"You're running out of time."
This cryptic statement opens up two possible explanations. The first theory is tied directly to the man in the hyperbaric chamber. If he's the one controlling Cipher, then maybe his condition is deteriorating. Maybe he's dying, or maybe his control over Cipher is slipping. In that case, the urgency comes from needing Marie to heal him before it's too late. This would explain why Cipher and Sage are so focused on enhancing Marie's abilities. She might be the only one capable of saving or restoring him. The second theory is about Homelander. With every passing episode, Homelander becomes more unstable, more dangerous, and more unchallenged. If Sage and Cipher are plotting something that runs against his wishes, they know they have to act fast. Because once Homelander figures it out, or once he consolidates even more power, there won't be any chance left to oppose him. In this reading, Sage's warning isn't about survival, it's about revolution. They're racing against the clock to shift the balance of power before Homelander becomes untouchable forever. Either way, the urgency adds another layer of suspense to their alliance, and it positions Marie as the potential key to everything. But here's where things get really interesting. Cipher and Sage's plan doesn't just impact genv. It's laying the groundwork for a massive betrayal that could reshape the boys heading into Season 5. Because no matter what their ultimate plan is, one thing is clear. They're threatening Homelander's place at the top of the Soup hierarchy, and Homelander doesn't take betrayal lightly. If Sage is caught sneaking around with Cipher, if Homelander learns that she's been secretly plotting behind his back, it will set off one of the most explosive confrontations in the series. And given that Sage has already manipulated him before, this betrayal would cut even deeper. She's playing a dangerous game, and it might only be a matter of time before she pushes Homelander too far. But here's the twist. Sage might actually be capable of outsmarting him. That's her whole deal. She's the smartest person alive, and her intelligence is her weapon. If anyone could orchestrate a betrayal of Homelander and walk away alive, it's her. And that's where the tension lies. Because as viewers, we don't know if this is the story where Sage's brilliance wins or the story where her overconfidence leads to her downfall. From a narrative perspective, either outcome would be explosive. If she succeeds, it shakes the entire foundation of the Soup hierarchy. If she fails, the brutal consequences will serve as a reminder that no one, not even the smartest Soup in the world, is safe from Homelander's wrath. And let's not forget Cipher himself. Up until now, he's been mysterious, manipulative, and more of a shadowy figure than a main player. But through his connection to Sage, he's suddenly at the center of the biggest storyline in the show. His partnership with her could either elevate him to a major power player or paint a massive target on his back. If Homelander decides to go after them, Cipher won't stand a chance. So the real question is, how long can Sage keep her house of cards standing before it all comes crashing down? Because here's the thing. Secrets don't stay hidden forever. And in the boys' universe, when the truth finally comes out, it's always bloody. Whether Sage and Cipher manage to pull off their plan or not, the fallout will be catastrophic. For Marie, for Homelander, for Vought, and for the entire world of Soops. This is why genv Season 2, Episode 5 is so important. It's not just a side story. It's setting the stage for a betrayal that could reshape the future of both genv and the boys. Cipher and Sage are playing with fire, and when that fire finally ignites, it's going to burn everything to the ground. So buckle up, because this isn't just about a secret relationship. It's about revolution, it's about power, and it's about a betrayal that could be the beginning of the end for Homelander's reign.